no-brainer. You gotta have it. Okay? Alright.
It's a different thing.
Actually, ito gusto ko sa akin because, you know, in our life, I think most of you agree that ang one asset that's the most important for us is none other than a telephone. Am I right?
Oh, mahirap mag-text.
Wherever you go, wherever you need a
Mahirap
phone,
mag-text talaga.
you need to be
Lalo na
called
malabo
or
na
you need to call.
Uy.
So your wireless is the telephone that
Ito, this my wireless. When I got the PLDT, they gave me a SIM card. Yung SIM card ko fits into a phone. But you better open line up with your phone nyo. Okay? So they give you a SIM card. So, maraming ways of conversing. Tandaan nyo, in our business, you're talking to somebody like you, no? You call me Raquel. Hello, do you see me? You don't see me, but you hear me. How do I sound? Do I sound good? Or hello? Or do I say hello, good morning? Makes a big difference. First crack at the phone, you gotta sound professional. First impressions last for a long time. We'll get into another. How do you present a property? Before I'm getting to this, I'm just telling you salient features. Later, you're the ones that are going to Lantana later. They have a presenter there. Nandun si Ging. She's nice, she's knowledgeable about the project, but I can differentiate myself on how I am with a client against her training on how to present a client. You can't be too pushy with a client. Clients are knowledgeable. They may not know the price, they may not know the area, they may not know the layout, but they know what they want. And you don't want to inject in them that you know more than them. And you let the project sell itself. So, you know, like, ako, yung sabi ko, you know, yung nag-explain si King, she was parang, sometimes there's what you call enough is said. Tama na. Tama na yung sinabi mo. That's enough eh. You know, over and above that, you're overselling or you're talking too much. In a presentation, you'd rather hear them talk. Because the more they talk, and the more unexpected it is that they're talking, then you know that it's working in your favor. Ganun yun. Ganun lang talaga yun. At the end of the day, pagkatapos ng meeting ninyo, pagbalik mo, think about it. Who spoke more? Did they or did you? If they did, that's good. But if you did, that's not good. Next thing you know, they're going to call another broker. Ganun yun. Okay? So, two important features on one. And we will have this on how to talk. There are ways of saying, you have inquiry, phone call. Hello, good morning, can I help you? Yes. I'd like to inquire about you're adding the bulletin about this customer use property. Oh, great. Broker ka ba? Sama tingnan, di ba? Sama tingnan. Okay. Rather than saying that, di ba? Is this for yourself? I'm there for my client. Oh, is this for your personal client? Diba? Direct ka ba? Or is this for your personal client? Nothing difference. For them, it sets you aside already that, wait, like I'm gonna be nothing to broker na to. You know? But you have to say the right words.
How do you say again?
You know? This is the Do you own the property? Is this your property? You know? Kasi direct ka ba? Hindi, may kausap akong broker.
I think kasi
Maganda ka ba?
Right now.
Maganda ka ba?
Hindi na ako iba.
Sexy ka ba?
Mamaya ka na. Diba? So, but right, you qualify. So
Si
you
Robert yung
push your
nagtanong,
time.
maganda ka ba?
You know,
Sexy ka ba?
diba? Telemarketing. Just like the other day, I'm training my RU girl. No? She's kind of good now. But she forgot to copy the script. Sabi ko, may script na tayo. Yan lang nasabi ko. Follow until you know it by heart. So here she is. Good morning, yes. This is Danny Roberts of Metro Properties. Sir, mag-inquire lang mo sa property ko sa Jarrio. Yan, meron mo ba yung Bel Air dito? Like, explain yun. Ano po yung exact location? Hindi binigay. Obviously, that's a broker. Di ba? Okay. Ano po that area? 560 floor area, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, fine. By the way po, ano po ang commission? Kayo pa ano? Hindi kami nag-entertain brokers. 10 minutes down the drain, waste of time. Kaya mga yung telemarketing script, which I could provide you with, you know, from the beginning, hello, good morning, this is Robert Sarmiento. I'm just calling about the asking paper. Are you entertaining brokers on this property? Yes, I am. Move on. Tapos na kagad. Kasi you go to the whole process, biglang, di ba, sign now, sign on, ask on
You may
that.
introduce yourself as also.
On negotiating, sometimes we negotiate to lose. Because you can lose one day, but that will lead to a win on the next. Okay. Let's define negotiation. Negotiation is to confirm with others in order to reach a compromise or agreement. Okay? It doesn't say anything about winning. It doesn't say that you're ikaw ang panalo or what, di ba? It's a compromise. It's to get into an agreement. Why? This is basically getting to get into the same level. You know, one more thing. It's very fine line. I don't know how to define this. You know how we are pag tumawag? Yes, I'd like to inquire about your ads. Who's calling? Si Mrs. Santos to. Good morning, ma'am. I don't know. There's a fine line between calling them ma'am, because when you call them ma'am, parang pagkatingin mo kagad at taas, siya naman, you give her the opportunity to look down on you.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah, like him.
Who needs help? You need help to sell, but she needs help to find the property. That's like a mindset that we all have to realize. You know, they're calling because they need help in finding a property. So, that's Mrs. Santos. I'll call them Mrs. Santos. But I will not in my lifetime call them ma'am. Because what? Kailan ko talaga yung ma'am?
Hindi na lang hindi man sabi.
I'm not your maid, I'm not your, you know, di ba? Yeah, Mrs. Santos. Parang, like in the US, you know, I mean, kahit kung tayo sa Pilipinas, we can adapt that same principle. But you're coming from the same level, eye to eye. Yes, Mrs. Santos, how could I help you? Oh yeah, okay, that's, yeah, okay. When can you view property? Ganon. But, ma'am, parang you downgrade yourself. I think that is wrong. So, kanya-kanya yan eh. And remember the mirror image when you're telemarketing? Hello, good morning. Ay buy ako dito sa property, dito sa Lantana. Somehow, you know, if you could, try to sell that change. Maganda mo to. It works. It's proven. Kahit na yung 9 years na maganda mo to. Maganda mo to. Kung Tagalogin nyo. Kung Englishin ka, Englishin mo. You're French? Ha? Hindi, kung siya hindi na. Maganda mong project. Maganda mong project. Morning sun. Tama na, di ba? Quick while you're ahead. Diba? That's kind of like in our business or in anything you do in life. Quick while you're ahead. Pag alamang ka lang, diba? Exit gracefully. You know, simple fact. Okay, my staff, when LB was still around, on her 4th year, she would bump into more mga inquiries na medyo nahihirapan siya. O kanyari yung property, hindi pa niya alam. So, sabi ko sa kanya, remember, exit gracefully all the time when you don't know it. Sabi ko yan, ano ba yung nalinis ba ang title? Ang tatay, hindi pa niya alam. I'm so sorry, no? Ano ba? Can I get back to you on that? Meron na long distance calls sa kabilang line. Diba? So, yung parang, okay, can I take your number? Always take the number. If they don't give you your number, then you know the call is not worth it to call. Okay? Yes, I'm sorry she's not in, but at saka, kung may sasagot sa inyo, kunyari meron may assistant, for all intents and purposes, get your person who's answering that phone. Tell them, I'm sorry, but Ma'am Evelyn po is out on a client call.
Kung saan ka natutulog.
Natulog na naliligo. O natutulog pa ho. Naglilinis ng kotse o napapakain ng bata.
I always say, she's on the other line.
She's on the other line.
Yun ang feeling ko sa meet, kaya ako naliligo.
Exactly. I'm sorry, she's on the other line. Or like ako, instruction ko last before. I'm sorry, Mr. Sarmiento Stagyan, but He'll be in shorty and I'll have him return your policies. As soon as he gets in, image. Remember, they don't see you. Diba? Kaya nga sasabi na yung tumatawag na logistas galing Spain or what, they don't care if you're in your house or you're in the penthouse of Pacific Plaza Tower. But it's how you present yourself. Very important. Okay? That will always linger. Diba? That's the first impression. Ako, kawanan yun. Kaya naman tayo, no? Just to make sure, ng ating GMM, there were some new members coming in, and also I haven't met the partner of Dino Manyosa and John, si Ronnie Mayor. But first impression, I had to wear costume, diba? Pataya ko. It's for a show. Remember, in what we do, 8 to 5, it's showtime. That's what it is. When you come home, put on your shorts, akala all that, but that's your home. But in what you do from your work, 8 to 5, it's showtime. That's what it takes to be. Then you are that person. You are that very successful person. Ganun yun. Okay? A process by which two or more parties reach a decision which is satisfactory to all and where the agreements are implemented within the time scales of agreed. Diba? Negotiation. Ano po ba ang buying ninyo? Ano mo ang budget nyo? 5 million lang ako eh. Di ba sinabi ko na sa inyo, I made kwento before on how to handle properties. So umpisa pa lang, like, if you have a feel, like let's say Balu was, Robert, magkano ba dapat ang presyo sa Valle Verde 2? Alam mo dyan, for 2 bedrooms dyan sa Landmark, 4.5, max na ang 5 million, tsamba na yun. 5 million, maganda unit na yun. Alamin nyo lang muna kung magkano ang presyo. Pag alam nyo na yung presyo, go back to the seller, put them in place before you put out the property. Kaysa naman mamaya, nag-aambul ka, ang budget nito for me, ito naman set sa 6 million, waste of time. You gotta put the property in place. Ma'am, alam nyo, marami po nag-asking na 6 million, talagang isang taon na sa market yung property. Ano ba priority na mag-pera? Or, ma'am, primary residence ko ba yun? All those little things, primary residence ko ba yan? Kasi yung primary residence nyo yan at bibili kayo ng property within the next 8 months, baka magka-qualify kayo dun sa qualify kayo for capital gains exemptions. 6 out of 10, they don't know that. Do you ever tell that to your clients? If you don't, tell them that. Because for them, wow, that's new knowledge for me. Ang dami talaga ng broker na to. Licensed broker siguro nga talaga to. Credibility. You build them up. Di ba? Dynamics of negotiating. The inherent dislike of conflict or confrontation. Ayoko. 1 year to pay? Yung 30%? Yung 70%? 3 years? My gosh. Diba? Yung seller mo, binaksak na yung presyo ng 5 million. Diba? Cash deal man lang sana. Diba? So, fear of failure. Diba? Both parties coming into a negotiation, they have that fear that they will not win the negotiation. That's standard. So, kung sa failure, no deal, no outcome. Walang yan. Yung success, there's a deal and that's the outcome, diba? Failure, poor deal, and then at the number 3, damage to doctor. Kasi kung di kayo nag-negotiate, diba? How many times have you dealt tapos nasa negotiating table di nakasundo? Did you ever hear from those people again? Probably not, diba? Unless you were making sure or you were working that particular client. Right? 2 types of negotiation. Ito nga, there's a transactional negotiation where you are negotiating a one-off deal where you do not intend to do business with that person again. Oh, it's a Chamba warehouse transaction. It's not really your line, but your client just required it. You know that you're not ever going to come across a warehouse deal again. About transactional negotiation. A raw land in Palawan na biglang landed on your lap. Transactional. Relationship is what we want. It's where you are negotiating with clients or colleagues where you have to deal once again or over and over again. This is where we want to be. These are the types of negotiations that you want to have and be involved with. 4 key concepts. What is by BATNA? Best alternative to this negotiated agreement. Walk away point at which you will walk away from the negotiation. Kasi may negotiation na ganyan that you just have to walk away. Wala. Nothing's gonna happen. And it's better for you to walk away. Because you get the respect and then it puts both parties in place. Realistic agreement zone. The 2 points between you realistically expect to reach an agreement. And finally, the creating value. Moving beyond arguing over who has the biggest slice of the cake to making the cake bigger so both parties benefit. Okay? Yan, nangyayari ito sa mga komisyonan, di ba? Or sa mga pag-close yung deal, sino gumawa ng documentary stamps, or pag let's say, ang property is sold below the zonal value. Say, example, Jupiter Street, 165,000 ang zonal. Magkano ang bentahan? 65.75. So ang seller, paano magbabayad ng capital gains para sa diferensya? Diba? So, resistance na kagad yun. That happened probably 5 years ago to Ayala Heights. Went from 14,000 per square, nag-jump up yung zonal value ng 30. Diba? So, ang nangyari, the best and most, in every situation, the best thing to think about is what's a win-win situation? What's fair? That's been my motive. And I try to negotiate with both parties. You know what? Hindi naman fair na bayaran lahat ng seller. Hindi naman fair na can you compromise and help them. When you compromise, you better have your figures ready. Para they know. Kasi, sabi mo lang muna ngayon na ang buti hati tayo sa capital gains, the difference. You want to come back another time to go through and that process again? No. Right there, tapusin mo na kagad yung negosasyon. So you have to have your information ready. So kunyari, difference lang, 200,000. Ma'am, alam nyo, para na matuloy ang transaction, ba't hindi na kayo mag-ate? Alam nyo yung sobrang yun, 200,000 yun.
Kunin mo na lang sa commission mo kaya.
That happens. That happened in my Magallanes deal, nangyari yun. So we just, diba, malaki naman para na matuloy.
Ano, binigay mo commission mo?
Ha?
Binigay mo?
We split it, 100,000 each kami ang binigay namin para lang matapos. So, dapat 950 to 100 kami. So, 50-50. Okay? Sometimes that happens. Skills and behaviors, okay? A good negotiator plans thoroughly. Going into a negotiation pa lang, know your numbers, know the competition. Sino ba yung bibili? Lawyer ba yan? Baka mami, maraming alam yan. I better know also what I know. Oh, alam mo yung documentation mo, may title to, may lease pendants to. Ako, I go to the point na, RCBC, foreclosed property, ang dami nila ngayon, di ba? Yung mga gusto ko, lahat may mga kaso. Oh, do you stop there? No, because I have clients that are willing to take on some properties with a case, depending on the case. Kung alamin to foreclosure lang yan, that's just a process. It will be done in a year. But kung mga lease pendants yan, at yung mga nag-aaway yung mga heirs, I will do yan. I will not waste a single time. So, you come in prepared. A poor negotiator, lack of preparation, walang target. Diba? Anong target mo ito as a negotiator? To get both parties to compromise. You do not come in to win. You come in to compromise and mediate for both parties so that they agree. That's a very big difference than coming in to win. Okay? God knows that. Kaya masyado ka one-sided di ba? Both parties dapat. Ask questions. The more you ask and ask and ask, the more they know that you really want to make both parties meet. Ganun yun. A poor negotiator talks. There's a difference between talking and asking. Talk is talk, is talk, is talk. Now, shut up. Asking is asking. Why? Why? Isn't it? Can't you? Diba? When? Why? Who? Why? A negotiator listens. You have to listen. Sometimes that's the best medicine. Diba? Pagkatapos mo mag-counter proposal, you know what? The best offer that we can do is 3 months deposit, 2 months advance, and it's really 70,000 a month. Shut up. Whoever talks first loses. normally is the, from there I shut up already. I let the client talk na, wala ba talaga magagawa? Wala na, maganda naman na i-have. Okay, but after you've said that, okay? Oh, yan.
Congratulations, sir.
Okay. Good observation skills. What are these good observation skills? Wow. You've said something. Alam nyo, talaga hanggang 1 month deposit lang at saka 1 month advance eh. Biglang gumano yung seller. Wow. What does that tell you? Doesn't like it. So, what do? You have to counter that, di ba? You understand your concern, no, sir? Siyempre, pag mga gano'n na nagdadaon at together sa sense of negativity, I feel for you. I feel for you. There's that yung kailangan mong dating eh. Sir, I understand. You know, I told you that. At siyempre, nandito kunyari sila, no? Kasi sometimes you're negotiating just with the seller. Dalawa lang. So I understand this. You know, if I could, but I really tried. That's only one. But nevertheless, the point there was, you gotta feel for them and make them feel that you are in agreement with them. Always in agreement. Kasi kahit kung ano talaga naman niya, ma-understand niya. Eh, when you're negotiator na magpapag-argue, eh wala, sinubukan ko ng 2 months, ayaw eh. So, may ganun talaga. But sometimes we tend to do things, sabi ko sa inyo eh, when you are dressing up or when you are like trying to do a practice closing, watch yourself in the mirror. Marami tayong mannerisms that we don't realize. Sometimes we say things we don't even know we said. But, really, look at that. Okay? You test understanding and summaries. You build on common ground. Di ba? Alam nyo, I agree ho, talaga dapat at least 3 months of having deposit. Then I will still try again. I will still try again and work it out. Okay? Then, bakit kaya, ito nga, yung number 7, I've had this idea. But okay, we've been trying to sell that property South Luzon Expressway. And laki, 100 million, and but it's in the name of the corporation. So sabi ng client ko, why don't you sell that as a corporation? It's good for like an income company that's wanting to come into the Philippines and they get their visa and they buy a corporation. Good idea. Why not try that? Again, you are on a compromise, you're on that level of agreement again. Barriers to success, lack of trust, conflicting personalities, informative vacuum, lack of sharing. If you have something to say about the property, if you have something to say about the negotiation, I don't think this deal is going through. Sir, you have to really, malay ko, kailangan na tayo. Because yung kabilang property, may benta lang mo ng 800 square meters, may benta lang mo ng 67. Tayo, 500 lang tayo. Fill it in, let them know. You gotta be open. Spoilers. Alternative interest by key stakeholders. So, nangyari ko that sometimes, let's say the partner, hindi naman priority pala magbenta, when you're selling, alam nyo na, who are the people involved? Well, corporation pala yan. Isa pala talaga not only at this price. If you're gonna bump into that, I'd like to tackle right there where the problem is. Can I have a meeting with that person? Ganun kagad. I'll tackle right at the head of the nail. Difference in culture, communication difficulties. Communication. Prepare what information you are prepared to share. Articulate your points, construct logical arguments, and be a very effective listener. Napaka-importante. Non-verbal communication. Our body language can give far more away than what we are thinking. Diba? Sabi kasi yung mga ganyan, yung mga nag-present ka tapos gumano na yung kliyente tapos nakatingin na or nagsa-cellphone, yan, cardinal rule natin. You're negotiating, you're offering a product, nag-ring ang phone mo, excuse me, yes. Doon tayo sa dentist mamaya. Okay. Sige, bye. Ako, pag nag-ring, well, preferably silent mode. But ako, I don't know, at first for me, I like it that way na it may bother us for a second and I want you to realize that it's a phone call rang and I rejected that. You're more important to me. Ganun yun. For me, it may work different. It works, di ba, different strokes for different folks. Okay? You will also have to be good at reading the other side. Look at the eyes. The eyes can tell a lot. Ang pinakamahirap talaga papasahin, ang dulit. Nakagagawa ko. Okay. Alright. O yung pandan, di ba? Ha? Oh, yeah.
Shades.
Don't ever present a property unless you're out there in Tagaytay or in the beach, you know. Yeah, it's see that room up there? Yeah. Oh, shades. But sa hotel kayo, naka-shades kayo. Okay. Because, you know, eye-to-eye contact is so important. It is very important, you know, because it shows your sincerity. And they can tell that, you know, you're sincere and that you're honest and that, you know, wala kang pinahinga, you're right there.
Pwede rin ang phone sinagot ko, effective. Nakabenta ko ng isa pa.
Dilemma. Be trusting and open. Open, which will indicate an open and collaborative approach. Be close and misleading, which indicates a more comparative approach.
Story.
Tell you frankly, I don't know why I wrote this. But it's complicated. Okay, 5-page negotiation.
Pwede mo ba tripping
The preparation of
on buying one?
Information that was, the debate, open decision, proposed concession exchange, and then the bargain. It really goes through a process. From the time you presented it, kung nandun na kayo sa table at negotiate na kayo, until you finally reach an agreement. Kasi kahit nag-reach na kayo ng agreement, meron pa yung bottom line. O sige, gano'n na. O sige, padala mo na yung deed of sale or padala mo na yung contract to sell. Yun yung bargain agreement because, ayoko to. So hindi pa tapos talaga, di ba? So, just when you think na tapos kayo, nag-handshake lang, no, that's not the end of the story. No? And then, close timing, agree on what you have agreed. At the end of the meeting, to make things, to clarify things, I summarize things. Mr. Santos, Mr. Ko, you know, just to recap, no? So we both agreed that, you know, it's 30% down, balance in 30 days. And, you know, we agreed on the 15%, we pay dock stamps and capital gains. You will be vacating in 30 days. You're writing this down, okay? You'll be vacating the premises in 30 days. And that on the final day that we'll be meeting at the BPI for the final payment, which you will be paying in under this check. They appreciate that. You know, just concise and it comes out to you as somebody very professional. Final thoughts. Negotiating is not about winning or losing, but about reaching mutually satisfactory agreement.
May nabibili bang
Try to remember that. Because on the even before me, before I was trained, I thought negotiating is all about winning. When you think that way, it's something is just not right. You have to, it's always mediating for both parties that it's a win-win situation. Always negotiate in good faith. Negotiate strategically. You know when to talk, you know when to back out. There are deals minsan talaga, you know, hindi talaga magkasundo eh. Wala kayong magagawa. Sometimes it works. You know, I think that we can't reach an agreement today. Maybe it's better that you rethink what your priorities are. And Mr. Client, buyer, I think it will be good for you to let's look around for other properties. Okay? I don't want to waste each other's time. Ayos na agad.
Suplado, ano?
Antipatiko naman.
Really? You know why?
Inumin kayo kaya yun.
Mag-iisip siya eh. Mag-iisip siya. Teka mo na. You know, I've had that happen.
Pwede sa mga Chinese
It's there that way. You know,
Ganun yung
I don't think we can reach an agreement today as much as we want.
Sabihin mo, don't waste my time. Marami pa akong meeting sa Green Hills, ano?
Of course, don't say that. But I throw it to them. But then again, there are ways of saying that, di ba? I don't think it's really worth your while to be going through this. I don't think we'll really reach that point. In fact, I thought that we have already, at some may computer ka, di ba? Mababa yung computer mo, no?
Wala
Or
na.
yung notebook mo, yung folder mo, mababa na gano'n. Or kung may papel ka dapat na, meron, you know, kaya kami nag-meet in the first place, may letter of intent eh. Di ba? That's the premise. There was a letter of intent that both parties agreed upon. And somewhere along the line, in the course of the conversation, in the course of the meeting, something changed. Okay? So I stress that. You know, somewhere along the line, you know, what we agreed upon is not agreed upon. And I want to blame both parties, but we're wasting each other's time. I know you're a very busy man, so are you. You know, I'm sorry I failed to mediate for both parties. But I think we better set the tone, and then if it's really meant to have another meeting, then let's have another meeting. Okay? But for now, let's go. Ano ba yun? Yeah, that's not way yan. That's just like sabi ko sa'yo, you exit, because yung exit na yun, mapapaisip ito both parties.
Diba?
Kasi, I tell you, I love to negotiate that because I've been through, you know, ang dami ko talaga negotiation.
How many times have you done that walking away? I haven't done it.
Oh, yun, so yun. In my lifetime, siguro mga 20.
Baka dami yun ah.
Ang dami. Ang dami. Of that, siguro, nakasave naman ako mga 5. Nagbalik ka. Of the 5, siguro 2. No, let's, I think we can around. I think we can still negotiate. Natuloy, order.
Pero there's a way naman na.
But sometimes you do that. You notice, yung mga coach, when you watch all these games, yung coach nagpapakok na pagpapadisqualify yung basketball. Nagbago siya, magbago siya. Tapos yung referee, kick him out. Why? Namomotivate tayo yung mga players. It's the same thing. The subconscious does this thing to people. You know, so,
Yung pala naman gusto eh.
gusto naman eh, kung magpapakipot ka, you know, we can kalimutan na lang natin, di ba? But sometimes you have to do that. But parang yung mga ginagawa doon sa TV, I don't recommend that for everybody. Okay, but there are ways of doing it.
Robert, paano daw kung nag-diretso? Oo.
Na gano'n?
Oh, umalis ka, nagdala ka.
Umalis ka, nagdiretso ako si
Yung pala, yung pala, gusto palang paalisin talaga. Gusto palang paalisin.
I wonder how many deals I've lost.